Namaste. My name is Lenny. I'm spiritual coach and energy healer, and in this video I want to talk about Goa, the smallest state in India, and if it's still a spiritual Mecca like it was before. Let's dive in. I first came to Goa in 2015 for a yoga teacher training. At that time I was looking at different schools and it seemed like the place to go is either Rishikesh or Goa. So the main schools for foreigners are promoted in Rishikesh or in Goa. And because I live in the mountains, I was like, okay, I will not go to the mountains again. I want to have a different scenery. So I came to Goa. And at that time, a few years ago now, there were yoga schools all over. Like you walked 500 meters and there was another school and another school and another school. And all these schools gave yoga teacher trainings for foreigners. I never saw any Indians in those schools because in India, if you want to learn yoga, you go a different path. But if you are from abroad and you want to come to India for learning yoga, then you go to one of these schools. Anyhow, it's not just about these schools, it's about the people who are around it. And I was totally fascinated at that time because whomsoever I met was seemingly highly spiritual, evolved, and everyone was just talking about really interesting topics. And it was really fascinating for me because back at home in Salzburg in Austria, I was the only one. I was not the only one, but my group of spiritual people was very, very small. So I was like, wow, everyone is spiritual here and everyone is praying and everyone has an altar in the house. And it is like this. Everyone is very, very spiritual grounded. That's part of the culture. And also the tourists who come, they have this affinity to spirituality. But and this is the big but, because for me it always felt like, wow, Goa is so spiritual. And all these things which I just mentioned, they are still like that. There are thousands of yoga schools here, and people who you talk to, they talk about spiritual stuff, but not on a very deep level. It is more of a show off, more of I also belong to this group. And if you talk longer with them, if you dive in deeper, you understand that they don't live all that. They don't live what they talk. They just got these ideas from books and now they're trying to evolve and to get into this, but they are not there. And this is my point. Is Goa a spiritual Mecca? Was it ever a spiritual Mecca? My big answer to this is, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to go to a spiritual Mecca to evolve spiritually. For me, this was seemingly the way to go. I need to go to a different place and everything will change. No. This is kind of running away, and this is what I did. I ran away from my ordinary life and I tried to find a magical life. This is not what happened. I found my ugliest sides and all my shadows came up, and I worked through a lot of drama in that time, and that made me grow spiritually. So these things were brought out by India, not just by Goa in particular, but by India, because the differences here are so great. You can see a Mercedes parked next to a beggar family, and no one cares. No one really cares. It's just part of life. Because of all these scenes you see, you start questioning your own life and you start going deeper and deeper. And this is why India, not just Goa, but India is a very spiritual Mecca, because it just lets you reflect on your life on a very deep level. And then of course we have different cultures, different religions all melting together here. This is not like this in Europe. In Europe, everyone keeps quiet about their religion, about their beliefs, because it's seemingly in the society not wanted that you show off what you believe in. But here in India, it is very normal. You will see, just by looking at the house, you will already know what is the belief of that house. Are they Christians? So for example, here in Goa, we have a lot of Christians, but they're also Hindus. So you will see a tulsi plant in front of the house. So spirituality is really part of the daily life here. And Goa, spiritual Mecca, I can answer this question with yes, Goa is still a spiritual Mecca, but not in the sense that there are so many yoga schools and you will meet so many other people. It is when you come here, you'll be triggered on all levels, and this will let you grow spiritually. So it is not about you come here and you go to a nice yoga retreat and you will experience beautiful things and that will bring you deeper into the spirituality. No. Spiritual growth doesn't come by relaxing on the pool and doing some stretches in the morning. Spiritual growth happens with experiencing life. And this is what you will get here. This is what Goa will give you. You will experience life very intensely, very beautifully, very ugly at the same time, and very deep. If you come here, you will grow. Definitely. If you will not grow, you will run away within 2-3 days because you cannot handle everything here. But otherwise, if you have a strong mindset, if you are ready for the challenge, you can grow drastically here in Goa and in India especially. Thanks for watching this video. As always, this is the series of my own opinion here, so no offense intended, and I also look forward to receive comments to this video. If you want to know more about yoga, Ayurveda, shamanism, spirituality in general, also healing, subscribe my channel. I post videos about all these topics. See you next time.